Back here at Carlson Ice Arena in Loves Park, getting set for game 2 of our quadruple header. Ethan Wiles on the call for this Squirt Prospects game between the Sabres and Rockford. Rockford coming into this one 7-4, while the Sabres come in 4-5, 4-5-2 rather, coming into this one. Ethan Wiles, Aaron Schellen. We switched roles after the first game. We saw a thrilling 3-2 game as Rockford pulled out the win in the first game over the Crystal Lake Yellow Jackets 3-2. And we thank you for joining us on this Sunday. Aaron mentioned it in the first game. You got no Bears, no Packers. The Bears beat the Packers yesterday night. So you're
I didn't watch the game.
Hanging back? Really?
Well, I'm not a Bears fan.
You're not a Bears fan.
Not a
That's
Bears
fair.
fan,
That's fair.
But I have plenty of friends who are, so I know what happened.
If you didn't, I'm sure you pulled up Facebook, Twitter.
No, I'm happy for my Bears friends. You know, it's been a rough couple decades against the Packers. So you know, especially the way it went down last night. If you're a Bears fan, that was. I'm sure I could feel the elation in the group text messages that I saw.
It's nice to win one. It's nice to win one every once in a while, especially
when it matters.
Against the Packers and when it matters. I made a joke with you earlier. We're already circling our calendars. Bears-Patriots, February 8th,
right.
The Super Bowl rematch.
That's right. Yeah, I am a Patriots fan, so those of you don't turn the broadcast off just because of that. But now the first game we saw, first game here, the Pee Wee 12U matchup, that was a lot of fun. We saw a lot of highly skilled players on both sides. We saw some amazing goaltending from the Yellow Jackets goalie, but just too much Rockford offense in that one as Roadrunners dominated the first and then held on for a 3-2 win. That was a fun game.
We saw a lot of excitement before this one as both teams were awaiting the referee to come out onto the ice. The goalie for the Sabres, who looked to be Jacob Lohman, was just eager to get on the ice for this one. And here comes
sprinter,
Rockford sprinting board to board here as they get set for this one.
Yeah, that goalie for the Sabres, he looked like like you're getting ready for the 100-meter dash, and you got your feet in the blocks, and you're waiting for that gun to go off.
Yeah, he was ready. He was ready, and that is Jacob Lohman. He is doing the stretching on the ice.
And he's not going to get the start.
He is not getting the start.
Led the team out of the,
that's
bench.
Energy.
But
that's energy. That's good leadership there. In the net for the Sabres will be Ryan Nalbandianen. And for Rockford, it will be Morgan Coleman with the pink stick. Tricked out in net is Morgan Coleman for Rockford, and we are set to go in this Squirt Prospects White Tier 3 game here in Loves Park. Ethan Wiles, Aaron Schellen, once again, thank you for joining us for some Sunday hockey. The puck is dropped, and we are underway as Rockford's able to maintain the puck.
And our second of 4, and we go from the 10Us up to the high school kids after this. We got Rockford High taking on Yeti in the next matchup, and then we'll finish up the day with a Bantam 14U matchup between Rockford and the Yellow Jackets.
Got a full Sunday slate of hockey for you.
No better way to spend your Sunday, I'm telling you.
After a battle at center ice, the Sabres have the first chance of the game. That shot put on by Ryan Anklin, but it went wide, and the Sabres able to maintain it at center ice.
Anklin got a lot on that shot, too. Just put it wide of the near post.
Battle down below us. Won by Rockford. Edwards brings it in. Liam Edwards for Rockford. And 2 battling for it. Edwards with a hit along the board, but no call. Klinkhammer with it at the blue line. Feeds it in behind the Sabres net. No one's home. Finn Meyer able to maintain possession for a second. Rockford keeping it in the zone. Stefan Sigler fed it in behind Ryan Nalbandian, the Sabres goalie. And now the Sabres go left to right. Puck is loose in the Rockford zone. Anklin going down there.
Rockford almost got caught in a change there, but was able to get back at the last minute.
Now they look to go the other way. Lola Elmer, the lone Rockford skater, going one-on-one with Dean Langs. Anderson brings it in for Rockford. Parker Anderson keeping it in the Rockford zone. Back near the blue line. Knox Kaiser brought it in. Before it goes the other way now with the Sabres. Fed behind the Rockford net. Rockford will maintain possession and look to go the other way. Here's Reagan Munda bringing it up for Rockford. She skates across the blue line. That puck gets knocked away, and the Sabres will regroup. Micah Slaybaugh near the blue line for Rockford, able to keep it in their zone. Lola Elmer put the shot on net, but Nalbandian falls on that one with 9:19 to go.
And we talked in the last game a couple of things that really can make a difference at this age level. We talked about the speed and then the ability to elevate the puck, and it's even more glaring at the 10U level. The faster kids.
That was a grip shot by Finn Meyer, but a great save by Nalbandian, who seemed to be falling backwards, but it maybe got the arm on that one. Great save.
It definitely deflected off Nalbandian and went high, but you saw it there, that elevated shot by Meyer. If you can get that puck high in the air at this age level, you're going to have a lot of success because those goalies typically are staying down.
Stefan Sigler fed it in the front, and they score. Rodrigo Salazar Rodriguez puts Rockford on the board. It's 1-0.
As we were saying, you get that puck elevated, you get it up over a fallen goalie, and Rockford scored early in the last game. They score early here in this one.
So Rockford takes the 1-0 lead here in the first. Just over 8.5 to go in period one. Sigler skates back for Rockford, but we get an icing.
Chelsea Dagger playing here after the goal scored. It's, you know you're at a hockey game when you hear it, right? And if you hear it and you're not at a hockey game, you feel like you should be at a hockey game.
This is also the part-time home of the Rockford Ice Hogs, the minor league affiliate of the Blackhawks. So anytime you hear that in Rockford, it typically means something is going right.
Something good happened.
Face-off won by the Sabres. Good defensive work by Anderson from Rockford to get possession of the puck back. Sabres get the loose puck. Belowski with a shot, but Edwards able to get in the way of that one. Gigante set it up in front. Puck is loose in front. And now it's battled away by Rockford and going the other way. The Sabres able to keep it back in front now, and Rockford in front of their own net keeps possession of the puck. Dumps it up to Anderson, who tries to get something going, but can't keep possession with it. Able to regroup and feeds it in. Sabres will regroup. Just under 8 to go, period one. Rockford leads 1-0. Reagan Munda with it for Rockford at center ice. Feeds it in, but the Sabres are there. Maxwell Medrick. Double M's for the Sabres. Loses that one. Edwards skates in with a shot. Good save by Nalbandian with the glove. And now they go the other way with a chance. Good work by Munda to get in front of that pass and send it the other way. It's been I wouldn't say physical from the hits, but they've been getting in the way of each other, making good work of breaking up the passes.
Yeah, it's about leverage at this age group, being smart with your stick, not getting it in the skates, but from a body-on-body perspective, it's about leverage. You can't body check, but you can lean into your opponent to separate them from the puck.
Slaybaugh brings it in. 2-on-3, puts a shot on, but it goes wide. William Ebby tries to get it in front. Gets it in front. Slaybaugh puts it on, but it goes wide. Ebby again with it behind. Feeds it in front to Slaybaugh, but as you mentioned there, the Sabres able to get that leverage, and they send it up the other way. That was Ryan Anklam, who we've seen so far in this first with a couple chances for the Sabres, but here comes Rockford the other way. Salazar not able to keep it in his possession as he brought it into the zone, but Rockford keeps it in possession. Ebby feeds it in, but goes wide. Slaybaugh with it in front.
Hit a skate in front and rolled on edge through the blue paint.
Anklam with it again, brings it in. The skater to his right, but can't get the pass off. That was Owen Ciutta, who was skating right beside him. Puck in front, but Rockford's able to get it out, and they go the other way. This is Gunnar Klinkhammer. Gets brought down.
Name, man. That is a fantastic name.
Oh, I love Gunnar.
Gunnar Klinkhammer?
Yes.
Come on. That's just, he's born to be a hockey player, man.
We were talking about nicknames during the first game, but there's just some hockey names that you hear that you're like, you're going to be a very good hockey player one day, and that is one of them.
Yep. Yeah, I mentioned in that first game, I did a game yesterday where there was a young man who wanted to go by Fish. And you see some great nicknames. We've had a Fish, we've had a Mad Dog, and here we get a Gunnar Klinkhammer. I love it.
We got a Fish, we got a Finn in this game, so we're all over the place here. Rodrigo Salazar getting the first goal of this game for Rockford, and that's all we've seen so far. In both games, Rockford has put the first goal on the board. Rockford winning that first game. We'll see if it carries over into this second game of 4 that we've got for you here in Loves Park as Edwards spins around, looks to feed it behind the net. Goalie's without a stick. That's Nalbandian, who has the stick to his right. Gets some help from a teammate there to pick it up. He doesn't, actually, I don't think he knows where the stick is. And he's able to regroup, and now the Sabres with English feeding in front with an opportunity, but that one went through the legs of Elijah Sussman. Sabres trying to regroup and go the other way. Battle for it at center ice, and a takedown at center ice between English and Edwards, and now we've got puck gets iced.
And now Bandy, and I think there was a Rockford skater who skated through the crease and accidentally knocked the stick out of Nalbandian's hands, and the Sabres were fortunate that they were able to get possession and work the puck out. It's always a little hairy when you see a goalie out there with no stick.
He put the hands up. He didn't know where the stick was, and luckily the puck was at the other end of the ice, so nothing to worry about for the Sabres. Gunnar Klinkhammer battling for it. You're right, I love saying that name. It's so fun. It's just fun to say. Ebby with it for Rockford. Tries to feed it into the zone. Anderson's skating there, but can't get the stick on it. Sabres trying to get something going with just under 4 to go, down by 1. Klinkhammer with it. Hit off a stick and went wide. Benson Walker, another great name. Sets up the Sabres, and now Maxwell Medrick feeds it into the zone. It'll go down, and we'll get an icing. So far, Morgan Coleman has been solid in the Rockford net. I feel like so far Rockford has had the advantage in this first period, just like we saw in that first game.
Yeah, Morgan has not been tested much in this first period. That's exactly what we saw in game 1. So the difference, though, is that in that second period of the first game, the Yellow Jackets found their mojo, so to speak. We'll see if the Sabres are able to do it in period 2. We still got about 3 minutes left here in the first, though.
Salazar put on a shot. Munda also put on a shot. Both were deflected, and now the Sabres get the puck in their possession going the other way. Anklam, who's been all over the ice for the Sabres in this first period, lost possession. Tafano puts a shot on, but Kaiser is there in front of the net for Rockford and gets a stick on it and sends it the other way. Reagan Munda skates behind the Rockford net. Also rocking the pink taped stick.
It's one of the things I love about hockey is the ability to be a little bit original. You know, obviously you got to wear the jersey and you got to wear the right colors and stuff, but you know, goalies can paint their helmets, you can tape your sticks whatever color you want. You just don't see that in other sports.
Anklem putting on the moves. That one hits off the back of the net. He has been impressive for the Sabres so far. Ryan Anklem has another opportunity, and that goes wide. 2 to go in period 1. Medrick battled for it at center ice. And now the puck is won by Rockford's Meyer. 90 seconds to go in period 1, and now we have a whistle.
I think we're gonna have a penalty called here. Not entirely sure why that whistle blew. It wasn't offsides. I see the Sabres penalty box door opening. Did they have too many men on the ice? They may have. There were a lot of players along that far wall right before the whistle, and see one of the officials talking to the Sabres coaching staff. I think this is going to be a too many men on the ice penalty, because I only see 4 Sabres out on the ice right now.
The Sabres coach is pleading their case on the sideline.
It usually doesn't work.
No.
I don't recall ever seeing an instance where the head coach or manager of a team said, "Are you sure?" And the referee went, "You know what, you're right." I don't think that doesn't happen very often.
Once again, we thank you for joining us here on a Sunday afternoon for our second of 4. As we do have a skater for the Sabres going to the box. It'll be Carter Frey, who, if the call is too many men, will be serving the penalty.
Yeah,
according to the scoreboard here in the arena, it's 62-0.
Yeah, they put the number in the score column.
Can't say I've ever seen that.
No,
it is 1-0.
Yes, and it's not 62-0.
It is not 62. There we go. The score's been put up correctly as Rockford with it here, looking to get something on the power play. Set it up. Edwards in front to Ebby. Ebby couldn't get it back. Now it's Sigler near the blue line. Sigler over to Edwards, who put the shot on, but Nalbandian is able to fall on it. Good setup there by Rockford. Liam Edwards able to put a shot on, but Nalbandian able to track it down and fall on top of it.
And that one-timer from a bad angle by Edwards, the bouncing puck, the save by Nalbandian. That was nice all the way around.
Sabres it's the second time now, have had some trouble getting their last skater on the ice. As that shot gets put on net, it was loose in front. Nalbandian didn't know where it was for a second, but it was wide.
I think it just deflected wide.
And here comes the Sabres with an opportunity. It's Duke English, another great name here for the Sabres. Full of great names on this roster. Unable to get it going there as Rockford regroups. Anderson with the speed, showing it off there at center ice to maintain that puck. It goes behind the Sabres net. William Ebby gets it for Rockford. Ebby sets it up in front to Edwards, but the puck was deflected off. Rockford still with it in front. Good chance as it skates in front of the crease. Anderson tried to set up Klinkhammer. Klinkhammer steps in front of it. Anderson using the body. Ebby with the shot. It gets deflected wide. Edwards. Edwards had the puck skate behind him. With 10 to go now, one last chance for Rockford. Puck skates behind the Sabres net, 5-4-3, and that'll be the end of the first as this puck skates behind the Sabres net. 1-0 is the score. Rodrigo Salazar, the lone goal scorer for Rockford in the first. And we'll take a break and come back with the second period of play here in Loves Park. We will be right back. Back here for period 2. Rockford leads 1-0 over the Sabres in the second game of 4 of our quadruple header. You're on Stream Sports Midwest. Ethan Wiles, Aaron Schellen. That puck put on net. That's Morgan Coleman in Rockford net. We talked about it in the first. She hadn't really been challenged, but that was I believe the first shot she's faced for the first time in quite some time, as the Sabres really have a chance here. Mydrick puts it on, but good save by Coleman to fall on top of it. This was the first real look for the Sabres, I think, in this game. That
the Sabres had one shot in that first period. It was a right pad save made by the Rockford goalie there, but otherwise, yeah, she hasn't been challenged much, but a couple of saves here early in period 2.
The faceoff was in the Rockford zone, but that one skates out as the Sabres track it down.
I got another way of referring to what we got here today.
Yeah.
This is a Sunday 4-pack.
I love it.
Right? That's a good way.
It sounds like you get a hot dog, some chips,
right,
and
exactly.
a drink included with it.
Yeah, which you don't, but that's what it sounds like.
I would take that right now. That sounds great.
That sounds good. We were talking about baseball in between games, right? And that's baseball food right there.
The sun's out. It's 40 degrees. We talk about baseball when it's December.
I talk about baseball
21st.
year-round, man.
Absolutely.
I love hockey, but when it comes to, and you know this about me, when it comes to being on air, baseball is my first love. Hockey's probably my favorite sport, but baseball is probably my favorite sport to call. Hockey's a close second.
Absolutely. Especially when you get to do the youth games at this level, and we were talking about it during the first game, and you see these young athletes grow through the years. Meyer with a shot gets deflected off a Sabres stick. And Rockford trying to keep it in their zone. They do, but now the Sabres go the other way. They had Anklem waiting there. Anklem, who was dominant in the first period for the Sabres, still all over the place there as he was waiting at the blue line for that puck. And went the other way, and we have a whistle.
Offsides. That happens a lot when you get those meetups right at the blue line, because there's no touching up like there is in pro hockey or high school hockey, where you know if you're in the zone, you can come out. If there's somebody in the zone when the puck comes in, it's just automatically whistled down. So in those scrums, you see it a lot.
Puck travels down behind the Sabres net. Good work by Rockford to get the skaters down there. Meyer puts one on net. It's loose, and they score. Liam Edwards.
Edwards got alone out in front there, Ethan, and he went right up underneath the crossbar in a phone booth. Did not have a lot of space, but he was all alone out in front and buried it. And
good work by Finn Meyer as well to set that one up. He put it on net. And like you mentioned, Liam Edwards, who's been another Rockford skater who's been all over the ice in this first period and a third, really. And he gets credited with the second goal of the game for Rockford, and it's 2-0. Sabres back to work right away, though, as the puck is in front of Morgan Coleman. Good work by Rockford to get it out. That's Lola Elmer doing good work to get in front of that. Carter Frey, who was in the box earlier, back out on the ice. Back behind the Rockford net, Anderson tries to clear it out. Parker Anderson. Using his body all over the place and the speed as well. Now the puck picked up at center ice by Elmer. It was picked up by the Sabres. Now they look to regroup. Rockford with some good defensive work, and we talked about in that first period how important the bridge is at this age, and Rockford has looked skilled in both games so far that we've seen. Round 2. Still in this game, still a lot of hockey left.
Most dangerous lead in hockey is the 2-goal lead.
Absolutely. Elmer, good work again. She has been dominant as she sets up Anderson. Anderson skates it away, though, as about 3 Sabres were in front of him. And now the Sabres work to go the other way. Maxwell Medrick has a skater to his right, but Gunnar Klinkhammer steps in front of it and goes the other way, but good work by the Sabres to get a stick on that one. I'll battle for it against the board in the Rockford zone. Puck battle
Nice
won
move
by Rockford. Yeah, that was a great move by William Ebbe. He brings it in. Salazar to his right, tries to feed it to Salazar. He shoots, he scores! His second of the game makes it 3-0 Rockford. Rodrigo Salazar.
Yeah, Salazar gets the goal, but that play was made by Ebbe, and little toe drag in the neutral zone to get clear. Found Salazar on the near side, and Salazar buried it for his second.
And then he gets credited by his teammate on the bench stealing his glove from him. How about that? Teammate on the bench, you go over for the high fives. Sometimes you don't get credited with the goal, so you get credit with the assist, but then you get your glove stolen by your teammate. How about that?
That was a pretty helper.
Rockford leads 3-0. William Ebbe, who just had that assist, shows the stick moves again there. Still on the ice after the assist. Rockford leads 3-0 here in this second period. So far, all Rockford in this second game as the puck was loose in front of the Sabres net. Meyer able to get it, feed it in front. Salazar there again. However, couldn't find his stick.
Yeah, pass at the side of the net, but Salazar was all alone at that near post.
Good work by Coleman.
Coleman hasn't been tested much, but he's done a nice job. Hasn't been tested much, but when called upon, he's kept his team up by 3 now.
William Ebbe's been a great source of offense for Rockford. Shot in front, but good save by Nalbandian.
Yeah, that was off Meyer. Meyer on that second attempt had a wide open net, just couldn't pull the trigger.
Finn Meyer's been another one with good work getting in front of that Sabre net. Just under 6 to go, and here they come again. Edwards, Liam Edwards with 1 on the day already. Puts a shot on it, goes into the net on the side. Still loose in front, but Nalbandian able to ice that one with 5.5 to go.
Not a bad idea from Edwards. Just throw it towards the goal and see if you can get a deflection maybe. Nalbandian uses his stick and it rolls up the back of the nets, but not a bad idea when you're 1-on-3, 1-on-4 while the rest of your line is changing. Just put something towards goal, and looks like we're gonna have goalie switches here for both teams.
Coming on for Rockford is Easton Curley. And coming in for the Sabres, Jacob Lohman. Sabres having an opportunity, and that's good work by Curley there. Boy, you come on the ice right away, you get challenged, and you make a great save like that.
Yeah, face a partial breakaway, not 10 seconds in, and he gets head taps from his teammates for the efforts.
So let me catch you up. Easton Curley comes on for Rockford. Jacob Lohman comes on for the Sabres in part of that goalie switch for both teams. Back to action now. Sabres with it. Frey puts a shot on it. Goes through a couple skaters, but it still managed to go wide. And now it's loose at center ice. The Sabres able to maintain possession. Tafano tried to fight Anklum, but couldn't get it home. Puck goes down behind Easton Curley.
Cleared in by the Sabres. Covering for each other when the other person has to step away and have a bit of a coughing fit, but we got Ethan back.
Might have to call in our inflatable polar bear friend that we have here.
That's right.
If you and I both go down.
Yeah, I'm gonna, right there. There he is right there. He's helping us.
Might have to bring him on here we can't make it through the rest of these games. But Anklam has an opportunity in front for the Sabres, but Curley again falls on that one. Some good saves from Easton Curley coming into this one in the second period.
Yeah, Curley did a nice job holding that far post and not allowing anything elevated. We know we're having some Wi-Fi issues here. We're doing our best to deal with it. So just
the Wi-Fi is also having some coughing issues.
Yes, so hang with us while we try to sort this out.
Just under 4 to go in the second period here in Loves Park. Rockford leads 3-0. And with another chance here is Salazar. He's got 2. 2 of the 3. Liam Edwards was the other goal scorer for Rockford in this affair. And we get an offsides. Good battle so far here, and as we've talked about, we still have 2 more games to go. Aaron and myself will have the Rockford High School taking on Yeti. And then we've got Bantam Hockey tonight here as well, the 4th and final game of our Sunday 4-pack, as we've decidedly called it.
If that's the official name.
And here we go, the Sabres with an opportunity. Duke English all alone, he scores! Duke English with the celly puts the Sabres on the board. It's 3-1.
That was a well-earned celly as well. Got clear, and you see a lot of times at this age level, these players, they get in and they get out literally over their skates sometimes, and they either whiff on the shot or put it right into the goalie, but not that time. English knew exactly what he wanted to do with it, elevated it side high, and gets his team on the board here in the second.
And when you get a breakaway chance like that, you try to capitalize on it, and Duke English did just that. And now Rockford, Liam Edwards shows off the speed there off the face-off, gets it into the zone. Lola Elmer backhanded it in. Sabres get the loose puck and go the other way, and Duke English, who just scored, back out on the ice. Lost possession of it. Here comes Edwards with Finn Meyer to his left. Edwards looks with a shot, but Jacob Lohman gets the glove on that one.
hangs on. I think that was going to go into the side of the net, but if you're Lohman, why take any chances, right? Just knock it down. And
he did go a little bit outside of the crease to make that save. Lola Elmer in the face-off circle for Rockford, going against Easton Egson. Face-off won by Rockford. Lohman drifts away from that net a little bit there again, as Finn Meyer and Liam Edwards were in the corner battling for it. Reagan Munda still battling for it, and now the Sabres look to get something going. They had a 2-on-1, but good work from Knox Kaiser to get a stick on that one. I think this has been one of my favorite games to call as far as roster names.
Yeah, you've had some good ones. You've definitely had some good ones.
I, of course, expecting my first child here in May, so we're getting some ideas.
Yeah. Do you have a name? Do you have a name that you like?
We do. Haven't seen it so far on.
Well, you can't give it. You can't give it away in case somebody's listening and pregnant. They might take it from you.
That's true. That's true. Gigante with a shot that went wide. Caden Gigante for the Sabres had a look on that one, but it went wide. Easton Curley.
Yeah, we got a whistle. The puck bounced off of Curley's glove. The official lost it. The referee blew the whistle and immediately threw the arms up and said, "My bad."
Whistle.
Yeah.
It was loose there, but I thought he got a stick on it. The face-off now to the left of Curley. It is won by the Sabres, Egson, but quickly taken back by Rockford. Salazar, who's got 2 goals for Rockford in this game. Tried to bring it into the zone, but good work by the Sabres to get possession back. Rockford sends it down. Walker stepped in front, so no icing. Just under 90 seconds to go in the second period, rather. Rockford leads 3-1. Battle for it in the Sabres zone, won by Ebby. Anderson goes for it. Backhands it in front. What a backhand!
That's dangerous. Yeah, that was a nice play by Anderson. That went right through the paint.
That was from the corner board all the way in front of the crease. If somebody was in front, that would have been a spectacular finish. And Ebby put a shot on net, but that one was saved by Lohman. Under a minute to go now. Sabres with a chance. Eggson tries to bring it in, but good work from Gunnar Klinkhammer to get in front of that. Eggson trying to get the possession again, but boy, Rockford has done a tremendous job of any time that they lose possession, they get it back right away. And now they catch the Sabres on a change. And it was good work by Gigante to get in front of that and break up that chance. And now Anklem goes the other way with 20 to go. One-on-one, Sigler with him. Sigler does good work to take him down. Stefan Sigler got in front of that one.
Yeah, not a body check, but again, just used his leverage, leaned into that Sabres attacker and knocked him off his skates.
10 to go. The Sabres have a chance in front, but good work by Curley to fall on that one.
Those bouncing pucks are scary, man. You know, not a lot of force behind them, but you never know which way they're going to go.
You talk about baseball. You know, I played baseball. You're obviously a big baseball guy yourself. You never know when those hops are going to go one way.
Hits a pebble in the dirt and goes 90 degrees to the left.
Kicks off any of the snow that's sitting in front there. You never know where that puck is going. As the final seconds of period 2 tick down, 3-1 is the score. We head to the final frame here in Loves Park. Aaron Schellen and myself will return with that call when we come right back. All right, period 3. Rockford looking to go 2-0 in our quadruple header. It is 3-1 as we get set for period 3 here at Carlson Ice Arena in Loves Park on a Sunday afternoon.
And you got to like the odds for this Rockford team in the third period. They've played some pretty stellar defensive hockey. The goaltenders have not been challenged a whole lot. So this is a 3-1 lead in which they haven't been relying on their goalie, and that's the best type, right? Because it just means you're playing a solid defensive game.
Loose puck maintained by Rockford. Lola Elmer.
Hang in there, Ethan.
I'm trying.
Oh, a giveaway.
Good chance for Rockford. Slaybaugh got a stick off the takeaway, but it bounced off the stick. He had to go chase it for a second, put the shot on, but it gave Jacob Lohman a chance to get his eyes on that one and make the save. Good work by the Sabres. Ryan Anklem, he has been a guy that we have said his name a lot in this game and has made some tremendous plays. And Lola Elmer with a good move, with a good shot, but it went wide. Slaybaugh sets it up in front. Puck loose for a second, but Lohman is able to get the glove on it and make the save.
Yeah, Lohman did a nice job tracking that puck from the corner and dropping the mid on it as soon as it got within reach.
Face-off will be to the right of Jacob Lohman. William Ebby in the zone for Rockford. He wins it. Sigler sets it up from the blue line. It deflects off Medrick in front. The puck was still loose in front, but nobody was able to get an eye on that one, but goes the other way now after it was loose. Sigler feeds it in, and we've got offsides.
Sigler had about 15 or 20 seconds to sit there and ponder what to do with that puck.
I think he did like 2 or 3 takes at the net there before he ended up getting the shot off. It was good work in front by Max Medrick. Get the body in front of the shot. Face off again, won by Rockford. Gunnar Klinkhammer feeds it in the zone. Walker for the Sabres, battling Edwards behind the Sabres net. Hebby gets the loose possession. Him and Liam Edwards. Dominant 1-2 on this line for Rockford tonight. Hebby gets in front of that one, sets up Liam Edwards behind the net. And that puck battle won by the Sabres. Edwards took him down, but no call. Abbey skates around with the wraparound, but good save by Lohman. Lohman does a spin around there. He lost track of where that puck was for a second. A dangerous second for Lohman.
That was a great job, though, by Lohman to get from the near post to the far post on that wraparound attempt.
Read that one well.
For a grown man, it's a little bit easier to go post to post, but for a young kid, that's a lot of space to cover.
Here come the Sabres 2-on-1. Eggson couldn't keep the possession. Oh, he fell down there as he tried to get it in front. Now the puck goes the other way to Rockford. Had an opportunity there, but the puck could not find Sussman's stick. Now Rockford with a chance. They score! Stefan Sigler.
Yeah, broke through the defense, and that puck I don't think got off the ice on the shot, but got enough on it to sweep it past the Sabres goalie and give his team a 4-1 lead.
Well, the lead gets even more comfortable for Rockford. And got a discussion near the Rockford bench. Nope, set for play. 8:53 to go in the third period. It's 4-1. They have not changed the score. Yeah, now they have. All right. Just wanted to make sure we had the correct score here. They finally changed it on the in-house scoreboard. Sabres trying to get something going and chip into this 3-goal deficit.
It's going to be hard. The Rockford defensively has been really, really good. They're not letting not letting the Sabres, as there's right on cue, a giveaway.
And the puck was loose for a second. Curley had it loose, made the initial save, but it bounced out of the glove. But good work by that defensive unit.
As I was going to say, the Sabres have not really been able to get to that area right there, that area in between the circles very much. Just a lot of layers by Rockford, a lot of sticks, a lot of bodies out in front, and they're making it tough on the Sabres team.
One of those skaters for Rockford as Tefano puts a shot on. Good save by Curley with the shoulder. And it goes the other way. One of those skaters for Rockford that's been great on the defense is Lola Elmer as Kaiser brings it in for Rockford with a look. Kaiser has the stick, or has the puck rather, come out from underneath his stick. He couldn't get a clean look. And this one gets held on.
Some frustration from Kaiser as he goes back to his bench. He was in all alone, and you said it, just rolled off his stick as he got in on goal and couldn't get a clean shot off.
I watched him sit down and he threw the head back like he knew he had that goal, but it was good work to set up that breakaway as face-offs won by the Sabres. 7.5 to go. Ryan Anklem brings it into the zone, but again, good work. Liam Edwards with some great defense there.
Going down and just forcing Anklem to take that puck wide. That's great defense.
And William Ebby with some great offensive work to skate through some Sabre skaters. Sigler feeds it in. It goes behind the Sabres net. William Ebby, who's just seems to be in the right place at the right time when the puck goes into the Sabres zone. Sabres with it behind their net. Max Medrick feeds it up, but again, Ebby, right place, right time along the board, rips a shot. Good work by Lohman to get the blocker on that one.
Gonna get a penalty called here, I think, on, we're gonna get matching penalties here as we had some stuff going on.
Extracurriculars.
Yeah, extracurriculars in front of the nets. We got that Walker for the Sabres and then Edwards for Rockford.
So we'll play.
They'll still skate 5 to a side.
Still 5-on-5.
90-second power plays or penalties at this level.
If you ever need any rules expertise, it's like we've got our rules expert, Aaron Schellen, right here.
I've called probably, I don't know, 400 or 500 youth hockey games in my life. So I learn as I go because I'm not that smart. So it takes me that long to figure things out.
Hey, that's why we have you here, you know? We rely on you here. We wouldn't be here without you on this Sunday afternoon bringing you this hockey. So we thank you, sir.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Just over 6 to go here in Loves Park. We still have 2 games to go following this one. And if this score holds, Rockford will move to 2-0 of the 4 games that they play here at Carlson Ice Arena, as Slaybaugh had a look at it but couldn't get the stick on it. 42 seconds left on the penalty. Both teams with a player in the penalty box, but skating 5-on-5. Loose puck won by the Sabres. That's Owen Ciutta who brought it in for the Sabres. Good look in front, but Curley stays strong.
That was a nice move by Ciutta to get to that backhand.
Tefano put one on net. It was redirected by a bunch of Rockford skaters in front. Lola Elmer able to get her stick on that one and send it down, and Anderson flying down the ice to try to keep it in Rockford's possession, but it goes back to the Sabres. That shot goes behind the Rockford net. Duke English, who has the lone goal for the Sabres in this game with that shot. Rockford bringing it in the other way now. That's Sigler with his shot. Good work by Lohman to get the save. Puck loose in front. Lohman pushes his own defender out of the way to keep his eye on that puck. Another shot gets deflected off a skate in front. William Ebby able to keep possession. Flips a backhander in front, but Lohman tracks it down and makes the save.
There was a lot on that backhand from right along the end wall by Ebby, looking for either a puck off the back of the Sabres goaltender or something that came through to one of his forwards out in front, but Ebby continues to play well today.
He has been flying around. He's been anticipating where the puck is going to be. Sigler from the blue line rips a shot, but it's wide. Good work to poke that one free is Ebby again, but Rockford unable to keep it in their possession. The Sabres go the other way now. Beluski.
That's good stick work there.
Had the opportunity for the Sabres, but as Aaron mentioned, the good defensive work for Rockford continues.
That's Sigler, number 90. It's good stick work right at the blue line to break up a potential 2-on-1.
We've seen him now be good from both blue lines on the defensive side, and we've seen him rip a couple shots from the offensive blue line as well. So once again, you know, it's something I mentioned in that first game. It's if you've got the talent at this level and you continue to work and continue to put in the hours here on the ice, I can only imagine what these kids are going to look like here, especially, you know, we're calling the high school game next. I can only imagine what, you know, what that's going to look like. Those kids are talented too. As Rockford continues to keep the pressure on here, they're up 3 here late in this game. The Sabres just looking to get something going.
Yeah, sometimes the best defense is a good offense, right? If you don't allow the opposition any time in your attacking zone, hey, that works just as well.
Another whistle here with 3.5 to go. It's been a fun one so far. 2 games, 2 to go.
8 skaters on the ice for Rockford. That's a couple too many.
Oh! One of them fell into the bench there. I hope he's all right. Caught my eye there as he was going off. It was kind of a mad dash to get off the ice. And they all got back. As Rockford brings it in, Liam Edwards again puts his shot on. And that one went wide. Lohman didn't know where it was. It's along the board in the near corner. Salazar with the goal, 2 goals rather already, put a shot on. Loose in front, and it trickles wide, and Rockford able to keep with it. Abbey with another opportunity, but good work by the Sabres. Salazar with an opportunity. Oh, I think that hit off iron and Lohman. I think it went off Lohman first and then off iron. But Salazar had an opportunity for the hat trick, and the iron denied him. 2.5 to go in this one. Salazar fighting hard, trying to get his 3rd of the game. Tafano brings it in for the Sabres, tried to pass it over to Eggson, but again, William Eby just all over the place for Rockford in this game, gets in front of that one, sends it down ice, and it'll trickle behind the Sabres net into the Sabres zone. Sabres regroup. Now they try to get something going the other way, but Lola Elmer steps in front of that one. Feeds it over to Finn Meyer, back to Gunnar Klinkhammer. Klinkhammer looks to get a shot. He sends it in, and it bounces behind the net. Puck loose in front. Sabres able to clear it out.
Yeah, penalty call here on
penalty,
Rockford. Yeah. Going to be a boarding call, hit from behind, whatever you want to call it. But Anderson will go to the penalty box here for a minute 30 of the final minute 45.
I love watching Anderson skate. He is so fast out on the ice. It is so fun to watch.
Yeah, those legs got to move quickly. He's not the biggest kid out there, so he's got to get those legs pumping.
Sometimes I wish I could go back to being 10 years old, man, and just get the legs back to what they were. Sabres get something going. Medrick puts a shot on, but it hit a group of bodies in front of the net. 90 seconds to go.
Keeping an eye on the Sabres goal. Looks like they're going to stay with their 5, at least for the time being.
Jacob Lohman staying in. Frey with an opportunity in front. They score! Owen Ciota makes it 4-2. They tally one late.
Yeah, got a rebound out in front. And as I mentioned earlier on that breakaway that we saw from Rockford, he knew what he wanted to do with the puck when he had it out in front there and put it right over the blocker side. And still in it. 2-goal game here. Now if you can get the puck in the offensive zone, now maybe you think about pulling the goalie.
Just over a minute to go, 2-goal game. William Eby has it for Rockford. Sabres able to get a stick on it. Slaybaugh with a shot in front. Eby scores. Yep. He finally gets credited one. He got the assist earlier, hits the 6-7. You got to hit the 6-7 when you score, right?
He just did it again. Yeah, and again, right place, right time. You mentioned that about Eby earlier. Seems like he's in the right place at the right time. And there he was. The puck rebounded off the pads, and he tucked it in the far post and gives his team that 3-goal lead right back.
And someone that should get credit too is Micah Slaybaugh. He has been in front of the net all game long for Rockford and has contributed to this 5-goal game for Rockford.
Well, it looks like Rockford's going to move to 2-0 on this 4-pack of games here from Loves Park. We got the high schoolers coming up next. Rockford Lightning taking on the LZMW Yeti.
I don't know if the Lightning versus the Yeti. Just think from a literal sense there.
I don't know. Lightning's pretty darn unbeatable.
It's a scary matchup, especially when you combine the two. 30 seconds to go here in this one. 5-2 game. Rockford will look to wind this clock down. The story of this game has been just how dominant Rockford's defense has been. Good work getting in front of passes, getting in front of shots. And good work from Easton Curley here, who has finished off this game in net for Rockford ever since he came on. Faced that first shot and has been solid ever since.
Yeah, faced a breakaway right out of the chute. Good goaltending, good defense usually leads to wins. Rockford got both. They got plenty of offense, and they're going to win this one.
Final seconds tick down, and they do just that. Rockford moves to 2-0 of 4 games that we've got here for you as they huddle around Easton Curley, who was able to finish off this win after Morgan Coleman got the start. And Rockford finishes off this one 5-2. We will be back for game 3 of game 4. We've got Rockford High School coming up.